Hello everyone, this is Paul with Auto Nucleus, and today we're looking at the 2018 Kia Sorento. Today we have it in a Sangria color, which is kind of a dark plum, little maroon kind of color. So I'll get a little closer so you can see the color. But it's looking sharp today. I have the EX version, I believe. I'll confirm that in a second. There's a lot of options, premium options on this trim level. Got the projector headlight bulbs, fog lights, this version does have the all-wheel drive V6 engine. So it is the EX version with all-wheel drive. Continue to the rear. Got a chrome tip exhaust. It's set over to the right, it's none over to the left. Here's your key fob. Pretty standard looking. It does have, this version does have the power lift gate, so you just hold here on the key fob and it'll go ahead and open. So that's really nice. And then there's also a button on your latch, so you can push that as well and it'll close. Just one touch, easy close. Here's your tail lights, and then you'll have a rear wiper with this version as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look inside this guy and we'll see what interior features there are. Hey everyone, so before we go into the interior, I did want to take a look at the cargo space again. So on this particular model, it does have a third row, which does lay flat. As you can see, it's very flat. To pull up the row, you just pull on this little strap and that'll lock it in place. The headrests are adjustable. For the second row, you can actually drop the rows by these little levers on the side here. So if you go and pull it, I'll go ahead and fall flat as well. And then there's a lever over here on this side as well, and that one falls as well. So back here in the third row, you do get some vents. So in case you're stuck back here, you're not stuck in a hot situation. There are some storage containers, cup holders, maybe a little something for your phone as well. So you have that on both sides. And there is a rear temperature gauge as well if you are back here, so you're not stuck having to scream up front for some cooler air or some warmer air, depending on what season it is. Something else I want to show you guys, there's storage deck back here. There is no room for a spare tire, so you just have a jack stand back here and some additional storage for you guys. So looks like this one comes with a cargo net as well. So just wanted to show you guys that before we head up to the front area. You can see you also have some tie downs as well for some cargo nets and storage. But thanks again. To drop the seat, you just kind of do the same thing. Pull the strap again and it'll fall down. So we'll go ahead and take a look inside now. All right everyone, so we're inside the 2018 Kia Sorento. Just taking a look around and a quick feel around. Things are feeling pretty comfort and engaged. So a lot of things are geared towards comfort. So the steering wheel is very soft, very plush feeling. It's got a lot of padding in it, so that feels good. Over here on the armrest, a lot of padding as well. This is a soft rubber. This is a plastic that looks like a wood grain imitation. You got all your standard door buttons as well as your standard steering wheel buttons. Nice thing that I did notice that most cars don't typically have nowadays is there's a little digital screen right under the speedometer. So with that screen, you can control various different settings. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but there's user settings, there's your range, your average miles per gallon, you can turn off your audio visual controls. It actually has a digital readout of your tire pressure for each tire, so that's pretty nice. Hope you guys can see that. And then also you can control your driving settings as well. So for example, if you just want a one-touch turn signal, you can, for example, when you just touch that once, it blinks 3 times. There's also an option to change that to 5 blinks if you want to do that. So you can do all that with this little digital display and your control settings on the steering wheel. So I wouldn't recommend doing that during driving, but maybe if you're just stopped somewhere and you want to tinker with that, you can. And then you got your standard gauges, your tachometer, your fuel gauges, your engine temperature, and that's all back there as well. The center here is a hard plastic, so nice little honk sound. This is plastic, a little brushed chrome looking. We do have interior leather here. It's got a nice perforation as well, so it looks good. The bolstering feels pretty good. It doesn't hug you super tight, so that's a good feeling. As far as the center console, my first impression was that it's really busy. There's a lot of buttons to look at, especially, so you have these buttons down here, plus all these buttons up here, and to me that just seemed a little busy for my personal taste. But I mean, I feel like once you get used to it, you know where things are. So, but that was just my first impression. But like I said, once you get used to it, I'm sure it's fine. You got some chrome accenting here around your entertainment console. This is a plastic, it's not a metal. You got soft touch up here. You got your continued wood look-alike trim right there, which is plastic. Your glove compartment, it's pretty small. I wouldn't store anything large in there. And then the black accenting continues on the door. There is a lighter fabric up on the upper level. You also have your map lights, and I believe that's just a door light on your actual door. Got a compartment for your sunglasses. And then down here, there's also more storage down here as well. You got two 12-volt plug-ins. You got a USB, and your auxiliary plug-in is there as well. So, and you have 2 heated seats, which are independently controlled. Both have 3 levels of heating, which is nice. Then you also have some controls here for your driving situation. So there's drive mode, which I would expect is more of a sporty setting. You got your rear locking differentials, and looks like a parking brake. Yep, so those are just a few buttons around here. Cup holders are nice. I brought my bottle. It's pretty snug in there. You can get a pretty good sized bottle in there on both sides. I like it because it's kind of out of the way for the driver, so when you're changing gears or when you're shifting or whatever, it's out of the way. It doesn't get into the way too much. You got little compartments for coins or pencils or whatever you want. It's quite a bit of space there. You got some good storage down here. You got another USB port there as well. So a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of good storage as well. So I'm gonna actually take a minute and try and hook up my phone again. This car does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so stay tuned and I'll go ahead and hook up my phone. Thanks. Alright everyone, so I'm gonna try and set up my phone to the entertainment center so you can just see what it's like and how difficult it can be. What I'm going to do is says please connect a device, so I'm going to click on that. So that's not the way to do it. So you go ahead and go to setup or settings, go to Bluetooth. It says Bluetooth connection. It says no devices paired, so I'm going to click add new.
Turn Bluetooth on from your device in order to search.
So
on
my
your device,
device is on.
That matches vehicle name on the screen.
It sounds like it's actually giving you a walkthrough how to do it verbally. So I'll go ahead and click on Kia Motors. So going to click pair. And I am connected. So phone's connected. Don't want it as a priority. So let's see what I can do now. See all menus. Let's try and play music. Everyone likes music. There you go. It's playing music from my phone. Session. Let's see. Let's try apps. Something I noticed about this display, it's fairly black and white. It doesn't have a color display, at least from what I can tell now. Pandora. This is a touchscreen though, which is nice. Doesn't look like there's Spotify apps or anything like that. Bluetooth audio. Menu. Sound settings. Yep. I do have Spotify on my phone, so there should be Spotify music. I think it's playing directly from my iTunes music, so it doesn't look like there's quite any apps besides Pandora. So there might be a way to. Wait, here we go. Voice commands, climate. Nope. So there's just the apps you see here. Looks like there's Apple CarPlay. Doesn't look like I'm quite connected to Apple CarPlay, just via Bluetooth. So it looks like it's not quite as easy as one would think. So I hope this gives you an idea just kind of what you can expect with getting first set up. I'm sure once you know how to use it, it's not too bad, but just from a brand new driver walking in, there's going to be a learning curve on where to find things. But radio works well. Speakers aren't that great, they're kind of flat. So I had it at the highest level, over at 45, so it wasn't extremely loud. Got these side buttons, they do similar things as just the touch screen. Looks like there's Wi-Fi capability, which is nice as well. But I hope that gives you a good idea of what to expect. There is still a CD player on this version, which is unique to see nowadays, where everyone's going to where everyone have been going to the auxiliary and Bluetooth connection. So this one still has CDs. But other than that, that concludes my interior review. I'm going to do a test drive review, so stay tuned to that. I'll post a link. But if this is the only video you're watching, please like and subscribe to my channel. I also have a link to my Facebook page. If you can go ahead and check out my Facebook page and like that as well, that'd be great. Again, this is Paul with Audio Nucleus. I appreciate you guys all taking the time to watch the video. I hope you learned a little something about the 2018 Kia Sorento that you didn't know before. But there's a lot of good features here, a lot of things that they're still continuing to work on, but the Kia is looking good. So again, stay tuned for a test drive. Thanks guys.